and welcome to the Power Pieces 6th annual event. We'd first like to begin by thanking everyone for spending their valuable time with us and efforts to help us help others. Tonight, we are pleased to invite many performances, speakers, and chief guests. Tonight will be a wonderful night. Performances will include the Udan School of Performing Arts, Samba School of Kathak Dance, and Carnatic Vocal Classical Music. Throughout the evening, we will update you about our community outreach. So let's begin the Power P6 annual event. For the kids, by the kids. We will be starting the event with a Ganesha song. It is composed by Muthuswami Dikshitar. The ragam is Nata Narayani and the talam is Adi. I would now like to introduce our group up. I'd like to start with Abhiram Bamdipati, Rushil Garabelli, Arvind Bamdipati, Vaishnavi Joshila, Sivani Arvapalli, Meghna Kandarpa, Shriya Patturi, Aisani Nagamalla, Akhil Manasani, Shrikar Patti, Abhinav Bachu, Ankit Nagabandi, Arun Govindaram, Arvind Tirumala, Varun Kandarpa, Jyotirmai Magalpalli, Shriya Patturi, Abhiram Tirumala, Kumar Darsh, Akshata Nair, Neha Janakota, and Gautam Padma.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akshata. Before we start our main event, I would request you to please silence your phones. The fire exits are located here, and the main ones are in the back. Please use these in case of an emergency. Our performers have worked very hard to give us a wonderful evening. Please be respectful and maintain silence throughout the performances. Parents, please make sure kids do not run around and are seated in their places throughout the performances, and refrain from allowing them outside, especially in the parking lot. Please refrain from going in and out of the auditorium during performances. Doors will be open in between performances. Thank you and enjoy the event.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gautam Bharati. Spirituality is a way of life. Worshiping Lord Ganesha is a perspective of every positive, conclusive, and constructive step. Lord Ganesha is widely revered as the remover of obstacles, the patron of arts and sciences, and the god of intellect and wisdom. Here comes King Udon Necklace with the devotional song to worship Lord Ganesha in the artistic and exquisite manner. On the stage, we have Kaniksha Ramesh, Piya Kshatriya, Praniti Guru Babu, Prapti Venkatesh, Risha Karki, Roshan Jaya, Sean Christmas, Varan Arjun Tamil Sevan, and Priti Reddy.
सर्वांगी सुंदर उदिशेंदुराची कंठी सडके मान मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती हो श्री मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना मूर्ती जय देव जय देव लंबोदर तू विनायका तू बंदोरेश्वर मोरया विघ्नेश्वर तू वेंकटनाथ तू मयूरेश्वर मोरया भक्तिकुंड तू सर्वखाम तू सिद्धि विनायका विघ्नराज तू महाराज तू महेशाय तू मोरया चिंतामणि तू सिद्धिनायका गणाधीशाय मोरया वक्रतुंड तू गजमुखा तू सिद्धि विनायका वक्रतुंड तू गजमुखा तू सिद्धि विनायका गजानन 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 गजानन
Hi everyone, I'm Neha Janakota. I would now like to invite up on stage one of our gracious sponsors, Matt Zubin. He is from Woodford Insurance, and he is here to help protect families and businesses with insurance from over 20 different companies. He loves making new business relationships, so please be sure to say hi if you see him out and about. He lives in South Windsor with his wife and 3 kids, and they keep him very, very busy. We'd like to call upon stage Matt Zubin to felicitate him. So if you'd all give him a round of applause, please. I'd also like to thank all of the various beneficiaries that have helped us in the last year. I'm just going to say them right now. Sima Systems, the Kumana Middletown, Bo's Redefined Indian Cuisine, Karun's Video, Northeast Roofing, Southington, India Bazaar, Southington Mathnasium of South Windsor, and Avon Indian Grill. Without them, we could not have been able to host this event, so I'd like you all to give a round of applause for all of our gracious sponsors today. Thank you.
Invite the Special Projects team onto the stage to share their presentation with us.
Hello everyone, my name is Varun Kandarpa and I'm an 8th grader inside Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. Today I'm here with the Special Projects group. Our goal as the Special Projects Group is to raise awareness about what we do and gain our community support. We do this by going to local events and telling people about what we have accomplished and what we hope to accomplish. At these events, we also tend to sell snacks to gain donations for our cause.
Hello everyone, my name is Meghana Kandarpa and I'm a senior attending the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. One of the biggest events that we participate in is the Telugu Association of Connecticut, better known as TACT. On May 5th, 2018, we went to the annual Ugadi event. What we did there is that we sold small snacks and drinks and totaled about $360 in donations. More importantly, we were able to raise awareness for our cause and get other supporters to help us help others.
Hi everyone, I am Shreya Pachauri and I am a junior from Farmington High School, and I am here to talk to you all about a special volunteering opportunity a few members from this organization took part in. On June 29th, we went to the New England Premier League volleyball tournament. We sold eco-friendly snacks and drinks such as juice packs, donuts, and cookies. With your support, we were able to raise $163. Not only were we able to sell goods, but we were also able to spread awareness by collecting emails and by talking about the work we have done thus far. Although it was a long, hot, and sunny day, it was fun to work with my fellow peers to raise money for such a great cause and to cheer on all the teams that took part in the tournament.
Hello, my name is Abhiram Tirumala and I also attend the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering and I'm a senior. Another great event that the Power Peace Group does is the annual Millen Festival. And for the past 5 years, we've been grateful for the Millen Association to allow us to set up a stall there. And what we do every year is sell food, water, ice cream, all sorts of snacks to all the attendees at the event. And we also spread awareness of our cause by collecting emails and other contact information to notify them about some of our upcoming events.
My name is Jyotirmay Mavalapalli, and I'm currently a freshman attending South Winter High School. During our 5th annual POP event, we held a book drive. Thanks to your generous contributions, we collected over 80 books and dropped them off at the Southington Public Library. As the Special Projects team, it is our goal to increase awareness about POP's mission by organizing stalls at local events. We believe by setting an example today, young adults like us will help change the world. Thank you.
The next group, Sri Vijay Srinivasacharya started learning Buddhism under the tutelage of Sri Tilasthanam Surya Narayan in Chennai, India. His style is of the Kumbakonam Rajaka Higher School of Mrila. He learned initially for about 7 years after Vijay took a hiatus of 13 years. He is currently pursuing advanced lessons from Sri Surya Narayan and Sri K.R. Ganesh, son of Sri Rajapahaya. Mr. Ajit Wilbur is a junior in Simsbury High School and has been blessed with an ear for music since childhood. Mr. Ajit is fortunate to have very talented musicians in his family. His grandfather, Sri Srinivasan Rajagopalan, was a great artist that performed for All India Radio. At the very tender age of 3, he learned bhajans and had fun leading a number of them at the Thursday weekly family side bhajans at his home. Seeing his natural flair for music, at age 4, his parents signed him up for formal training in Carnatic vocal music. Mr. Ajit trains with his teacher, Sri Balaraj Balasubramanian, and has so far completed over 11 years of formal training. He aspires to continually perfect his singing skills at his life. Mr. Ajit is a versatile musician. He also formally trains in Western classical music, playing the piano. Along the way, with his keen ear, he has also learned to play the harmonium on his own. He frequently accompanies Ambulance bhajan groups with his harmonium skills. Please welcome onto stage Mr. Ajit Villar and Mr. Vijay Srinivasacharya.
My prayerful pronouns at the feet of Satya Sai Baba. Before I start, I just want to thank the POP group and most importantly Kameshwari Auntie for the opportunity for me to sing in front of all of you today. I'm accompanied by Sri Vijay Srinivasachari on Mridangam, and special thanks to him for agreeing to accompany me on such short notice. I'm going to begin my recital with a Varnam in Bandhavarali Ragam set to Aditalam called Sami Nine. Sami ne nammi
ಚಲ ಅಧಮ ಶಿವೌಕ ರೇಷ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ದಮ ಪದನಿ ಸರಿ ದಮ ನೀ ದಮ ನಿ ದಮ ದಮ ಗಮ ಪದ ದಮ ಗಮ ಪಮ ಗಮ ಗರಿ ಸ ಗರಿ ಮೇ ಸ ಗಮ ಪದ ಪದ ಮ ಗರಿ ಗಮ ಪದ ಮ ಪದ ನಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಸನಿ ಡಿ ಸನಿ ದಪ ಮ ಪದ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ಗರಿ ಸನಿ ನಿ ಸ ನಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಸ ನಿ ದಪ ಮ ಗ ಮ ಪದ ನಿ ಸ ನೀ
My second song is a kriti composed by Sri Muktaswami Dikshita, Govardhani Girisham in Hindolam Ragam set to Rupakam Tam.
Govardhana अनीशं गोपिकादि मनोहरं गर्वितकंसादिहरं गोवर्धन गिरीशं स्मरामि अनीशं गोपिकादि मनोहरं गर्वितकंसादिहरं गोवर्धन गिरीशं स्मरामि गोविन्दनामसारं गजेन्द्ररक्षणधीरं गोविन्दनामसारं गजेन्द्ररक्षणधीरं कविजनहृन्मन्दारं कनकजितसुशरीरं गोविन्दनामसारं गजेन्द्ररक्षणधीरं कविजनहृन्मन्दारं कनकजितसुशरीरं रविशशिनयनविलासं रमणीयमुखाभासं शिवगणादिविश्वासं श्रीगुरुगुहमनोलासं शिवगणादिविश्वासं श्रीगुरुगुहमनोलासं गगमगम सगसनि सानि धनि सा मगमद मदनि धनि सनि स माग सनि सानि नम माग सनि गमगम सगसनि सानि धनि सा मगमद मदनि धनि सनि स माग सनि सानि नम माग सनि गोवर्धन गिरीशं स्मरामि अनीशं गोपिकादि मनोहरं गर्वितकंसादिहरं गोवर्धन गिरीशं स्मरामि
My third song today is another Kriti, Parapara Parameshwara, by Papanasim Shivan. It is in the ragam Vachaspati and set to Deshadita.
परमेश्वरा पार्वती पते हर पशुपते परात्परा परमेश्वरा अरिययणुं कानारिय ज्योति अरिययणुं कानारिय ज्योति अरिययणुं कानारिय ज्योति अरिययणुं कानारिय ज्योति आदियन्दं इल्ला परमनादि आदियन्दं इल्ला परमनादि आदियन्दं इल्ला परमनादि आदियन्दं इल्ला परमनादि पुरमेरीतमुकण् पुरमेरीतमुकण् करुम्बेन्दन् पुरमेरीतमुकण् करुम्बेन्दन् पुरमेरीतमुकण् करुम्बेन्दन् पुरमेरीतमुकण् करुम्बेन्दन् पुण्यमूर्ति सुब्रह्मण्यन् दन्दाये पुण्यमूर्ति सुब्रह्मण्यन् दन्दाये परात्परा परमेश्वरा पार्वतीपते हर पशुपते परात्परा परमेश्वरा
Finally, I'd like to conclude with a bhajan that I like to sing a lot. I sing it at my local center. It's a bhajan dedicated to Lord Narayana, Shri Satya Sai Baba.
सर्वजीववासा नारायणा सामगानलोला नारायणा सामगानलोला नारायणा सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा हे सत्य साई रूपा नारायणा शेषशैलवासा नारायणा शेषशैलवासा नारायणा भक्तपारिजाता नारायणा भक्तपारिजाता नारायणा भक्तपारिजाता नारायणा
the representative from Food Share today. She is the Community Involvement Manager. We've been supporting Food Share for the last few years, and we really appreciate all that they've done with us. So please come up.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Power of Peace for all they've done for us in the last few years. I am Sarah Santor, the Community Involvement Manager for Food Share. And Food Share is the food bank for Hartford and Tolland counties. So we provide a lifeline of food for people who are not sure they're going to have enough food to eat. And we focus on increasing access to nutritious food, addressing the root causes of hunger, raising awareness, and advocating for long-term solutions to hunger. In Hartford and Tolland counties, 1 out of 8 people is food insecure, meaning they do not have enough food to consistently feed their family a healthy, nutritious diet. And Food Share distributes nearly 12 million meals every year through a network of shelters, pantries, and community kitchens. One way we do this is through the help of more than 5,000 volunteers each year. And I'm very pleased to say that 62 of those volunteers in the last few years have been from the Power of Peace group. Isn't that great? In fact, they have donated over 160 hours of volunteer time helping us sort and package the food. You'll see some of the slides in the presentation, volunteers at Food Share. But another thing that's very important is the donations that Power of Peace have brought to Food Share. We are able to stretch our resources to have a very great impact. So a $10 donation is enough food for 25 meals. Now Power of Peace has donated $4,342 to Food Share. Again, so doing some quick math, that is 10,855 meals to people who really need it. Isn't that great? And so we ask that whether you volunteer, donate, or advocate, if you join us for Turkey at 30, which is coming up in November, and I know Power of Peace has helped us with that as well, all of these ways help to keep people healthy and strong in our region. So we have seen in 2018, I think the power of youth has been alive in 2018. We've seen what people under 20 can do to help change the world and make it a better place, and we are honored and thrilled to be here today to celebrate. Thank you.
I would also now like to talk about Mr. Mark Papa. Mr. Mark Papa is one of our gracious sponsors. Mark Papa began his career in the financial services profession in 1996. He spent 6 years working at an investment boutique firm in New York City, where he serviced high net worth clients. Mr. Papa conducts a 21-point financial review to help people discover hidden risks and unnecessary fees that they could be paying, along with discovering benefits they could be receiving, but they could be missing but not receiving. He begins by focusing on 10 non-investment areas that could potentially throw a financial plan into a tailspin if not addressed in a timely manner. He is an investment advisory representative of Financial Resources Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor, and a licensed life, health, and insurance producer. We thank Mr. Papa for being such a gracious sponsor for the last few years. Thank you, and we'd now like to call him up on stage.
Hello, I'm honored to be here. Also, we feel very fortunate to have been invited up here. I donate to the Power Peace Group, and it's not just, you can just see the passion they have for helping people, people in need, the impact and the follow-through, which it can't always be measured in an immediate sense, but over a very long period of time. It's just an amazing organization I'm very happy to be able to support. Thank you very much.
We'd also like to call up on stage one of our other gracious sponsors, the Shirdi-Sai Temple of Connecticut. The Shirdi-Sai Temple of Connecticut is a well-known religious entity in the greater Hartford area. They have recently bought a 6.5-acre land in Manchester and are planning to build 20,000 square feet religious and education facility with world-class amenities. The new facility will have 8+ classrooms and an auditorium which can hold up to 450 people. They are currently in the fundraising and are actively looking for community participation in the construction of the new temple. Please take part in the rare opportunity and contribute towards building educational and religious platforms to help the greater Hartford Indian community. We would now like to thank and felicitate Mr. Nama Srinivas as a representative of the temple for being such a pillar of support for us the last few years. Thank you.
I would like to congratulate POP Group for successfully finishing 6 years. This is their 6th anniversary. We are actually very fortunate to be partnering with them from the day one, and to see that the way they cherished and they have, like year over year serving the community, coming up with different ideas and continuously helping the needy people, abroad as well as here. So we wish them good luck, and we would like to be part of it as long as you allow us to be part of it. So thank you once again, and thank you for all the service you are doing for the community.
Hello everyone, my name still hasn't changed and I'm still Neha Janakota, and I'm a junior attending Glastonbury High School, and this is the volunteering team this year. This year in 2018, the volunteering team was able to organize multiple events for POP Group members to volunteer at. We went to the Mother's Day event race in New Britain. We volunteered at the North-South Foundation event at the University of Hartford, and we packed food items at Future multiple times.
My name is Ankit Nalamandi. I'm a sophomore attending Rock Hill High School. This year, the POP Group went to the Connecticut Race in the Park event in New Britain. We had received a position to go in the race and had directed people to go in the correct direction. Overall, we were able to volunteer over 2 hours. A few of the POP members were also able to volunteer at the North-South Foundation this year. We volunteered over 40 hours throughout the day. We had created tests, essays, and had judged oral speeches.
Hello everyone, my name is Shrika Patti and I'm a freshman attending East Granby High School. Many of us POP Group members have volunteered at Food Share, and we were able to meet the manager there. We have volunteered 88 hours. When I volunteered at Food Share, we were separating certain types of food items. It was my first time going into Food Share. We had a little meeting with the manager and a worker there, and we got right to work. We were checking if these food items were in good shape, and if they weren't, they went to pig farm. My job with a few others worked on the distribution of cans and the boxes, such as pasta shells. Although we worked for a long time, I had the self-satisfaction that I was helping those who were in need of food. This really helps towards one of our main goals, eradicating hunger. 1 in 6 people in Food Share supports a child, and it aligns with their goal. Knowing this as the group, we are accomplishing what POP Group was meant for. We all had a fun time and learned a lot. From this experience, I'm glad that I'm part of the POP Group. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ashani Nagamala. I am a 7th grader attending East Granby Middle School. This is my first time volunteering in Food Share. We sorted 10,965 pounds of food in March. At this time, 15 members were able to volunteer. I have a passion for helping people and organizing items, and through Food Share I was able to do both. We had a 4-hour time slot, and I thought it would be done very quickly. We needed to organize very accurately and lift heavy items. Even though it was challenging, I remembered that all the food was going to underprivileged people. I was able to accomplish the job along with my fellow members, and we felt very successful. This was my second time volunteering at Food Share. In June, we sorted 4,380 pounds of meat, and at this time, 11 members were able to volunteer. I wanted to help out as much as I can, so I worked extra hard to contribute an equal amount of strength as everyone else. Both the times, I had a good experience with Food Share. It gave me confidence and happiness with my action towards helping people. Food Share is an amazing organization that gives food to people who don't have enough money.
I just wanted to share my experience at the Gita Ashram. Over the summer, my family traveled to India and had visited the Gita Ashram in Bangalore. I saw how life without family was hard for the kids. However, with the good heart of Mataji, she was able to make a good family for them. I saw the kids chant slokas from the Bhagavad Gita before eating their dinner. This shows how even them as a family can make their own traditions. While I was there, a family was preparing to serve food to the kids on their son's birthday. As donors, you can also donate here for your birthdays and other special events. Mataji explained to me that they were working on a project on the roof for building some penthouse quarters for the volunteers. With all of your help, we can make these penthouse quarters for the volunteers a reality. Thank you.
My name is Arvind Bhavanipati, and I'm a freshman at Sajjana High School, and I'd like to welcome you all to our 6th annual dinner event. So, our mission is to promote peace through community outreach, and we have a multitude of goals with an overarching achievement to promote peace all over the world. Our 3 goals are to eradicate hunger, provide better living conditions, and enable kids to succeed. We do these through our multiple and generous benefactors. Power of Peace Group was started in 2013 by 6 middle schoolers. Through our community outreach, we have spread our group to 23 kids. This is truly amazing and was only achieved through all of you. Your dollars at work. This slide is important because it is essential for all of you to know where your money is going. We have 4 main beneficiaries of 2017. Atma Vidya Ashram in India, Food Share, which is in Bloomfield, Connecticut, the Food Pantry in Sullivan, Connecticut, and Hole in the Wall Gang in New Haven, Connecticut.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Akshata Nair, and I'm a sophomore at Hall High School in West Hartford. Pictured here are some images of the Atma Vidya ashrams as well as their various locations. The image to the top right is an image of a computer class that the Power of Peace group has arranged for the kids to have an access to technology and a form of communication as well. The picture directly to the left of it is a picture of the kids in the Atma Vidya ashram, and they are currently housing about 70 kids. Another picture to the bottom of it is of the senior citizen home located in the Atma Vidya ashram, and they are currently housing about 100 senior citizens. Every year, the Power of Peace group has continuously been adopting 10 kids. By adopting, this includes their basic needs like food, clothing, housing, shelter, etc. This is a little more information on the computer class that the group has arranged for them. There are 26 kids currently enrolled in the class, and the class is taught 5 days a week. The tutor is paid for by the Power of Peace group, and the ashram gets the class for free. With the generous donations that we received throughout 2017, we were able to donate $10,000 to the ashram, and they were able to support and house many of their projects.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhiram Bhavanipati, and I'm a senior attending Sullivan High School. So far, Akshata gave you all a rundown as to what the dollars at the Atma Vidya ashram go towards, but I would like to bring a little bit of knowledge as to what those dollars go towards in our local community. So first I would like to talk about Food Share and the Sullivan Food Pantry. Last year we were able to give over $3,000 to Food Share, and this results in a cumulative $7,200, which comes out to about 25,000 meals that we were able to give to the underprivileged. And recently, we were able to put $1,000 raised from last year towards the Sullivan Food Pantry, which went towards about 658 pounds of food that we were able to give to the Sullivan Food Pantry recently. Moving onwards, another one of our great beneficiaries is the Hole in the Wall Gang. The Hole in the Wall Gang is essentially a camp where kids who are fatally ill with rare diseases are able to have a camp experience and build relationships with other people which they normally would not have in their hospital life. But using last year's $5,000, we've been able to contribute over $17,000 to the Hole in the Wall gang, and this has allowed us to send approximately 10 kids to camp for free for about 2 weeks. We were also able to give $2,000 to the Connecticut Children's Medical Center to buy toys for the kids. And as you can see here, before we move on to the next slide, we were actually able to go down to the Hole in the Wall gang's administrative center and talk with their CEO to really see how their organization functions from the back end. And finally, before I hand it off, I'd like to talk about one of our initiatives that we're taking on this year with the Atma Vidya Ashram. Essentially, what the Atma Vidya Ashram is planning to do is they're trying to raise enough money to build quarters on the top floor of their building. This will go towards not only housing more kids, but also housing the volunteers who are participating at the Gita Ashram in Bangalore, and hopefully through that we can provide better living conditions for all the kids there. If you could all find it in yourselves to donate a little bit towards this 20 lakh project, 20 lakh rupees, that comes out to about $30,000. It would be great, as we can be, as a community, a backbone for these kids who have no family of their own. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Vaishnavi Josila and I am a freshman attending South Windsor High School. I am thankful to all the parents and seniors in the POP group who taught me many ways to be helpful in our community. This year, I approached the YMCAs at Vernon and explained what a penny drive is, and it was very well liked by them. They agreed to put up donation boxes to collect pennies. We have raised about $125 so far. I also got a chance to speak at YMCA's open house and explain what a penny drive is and how our POP group helps the community. YMCA management agreed to continue the penny drive until November 7, 2018. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the YMCA director and all their staff for supporting and encouraging me. This graph right here shows how much our gracious donors have donated throughout the past few years. In 2013, we raised $7,400. In 2014, we raised $4,900. In 2015, we raised $22,345. 2016, we raised $41,628. And in 2017, we raised $21,892. As you can see, in 2018, so far, we have raised $17,991. And like Abhiram mentioned before, our goal is $30,000 for our project coming up. So with all your help, I hope we can achieve that. And applause to all of you for helping us to reach $100,000 over the past few years. Our Power of Peace organization has grown over the past years. We have a great opportunity to expand our service activities. We are trying to achieve this by dividing ourselves into subgroups, which are volunteering, leadership bootcamp, summer event, special project group, and winter event group. The volunteering focuses on helping this community. The bootcamp group focuses on personal development. The summer event, special projects, and winter event group focuses on spreading awareness and raising funds. There is a specific format that all POP group members must follow. Every person starts off as a volunteer, and once they have shown dedication towards our cause, they qualify as a member. In order to become a senior member, you have to complete 30 hours of volunteering in your first year. Once a high schooler fulfills the volunteering hours, they become a group leader. When you have completed high school, you graduate as an alumni. I would like to take this moment to call upon our stage our alumni members this year who have successfully completed their journey in high school and POP group. Kumar Darsh, Abhiram Tirumala, Abhiram Hambipati, and Meghna Kandarpa. Please give a big round of applause.
Hello everyone, my name is Kumar Darsh and I'm a senior at Farmington High School. And I'm one of the co-founders of the Power of Peace group. Power of Peace began with a small group of 5 children who wanted to make a difference. Never did we expect it to become what is now becoming a movement in our community. I did not expect our efforts to rally the support of so many people. nor did I expect that we would touch the lives of hundreds of children and adults, both in Connecticut and in India. Quite frankly, I would not be who I am without all of you, without all of my friends backstage, and without all of our ever-supportive parents. The journey of this organization, with all of its ups and downs, has taught me valuable lessons in all walks of life. To name a few: communication, collaboration, leadership, hard work, and perseverance. But most importantly, I've come to realize how powerful each one of us truly is. Each and every one of us has the capability to change the world, both in small and large ways. Whether I'm here on this stage or not next year, that is something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. And I hope that it is something that each and every one of you can carry away from today's event as well. Thank you for all of your support, and I want to thank everyone who's been part of this journey by my side for the last 6 years. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhiram Thirumalai and I attend the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering in Windsor. My journey with the Power of Peace group began in 8th grade when my younger brother and I participated in a talent show organized by the Power of Peace group. Over the course of that event, I was inspired by their passions to support children in need and joined the group the following year with encouragement from my parents. Personally, the experience of being with POP for the past 4 to 5 years have changed me in a person in many ways. Not only have I made lasting friendships and worked with kids like me who want to make a difference, but I'm also fortunate to have interacted with many families who care so much for society and its future. Beyond all that is the happiness I got when we were able to execute and support numerous projects to directly impact the lives of underprivileged kids in Connecticut and India. We may not be able to change their lives entirely, but we can surely give them opportunities. And sometimes an opportunity is all it takes to change one's life. Confidence, communication, commitment, creativity, and caring for others are a few areas I know I've improved since my involvement with POP. As I graduate this year, I am confident that the next batch of group leaders will continue to do good work and take on the POP team to greater heights. Finally, I'd like to thank my family and parents of my fellow team members for the encouragement, guidance, and support I've received with the POP group. Thank you all for coming here today and to show your support for the cause.
Hello everyone, I am Abhiram Bhamadipati, as I said quite recently. And before I leave forever, I'd like to leave you all with a few words. We at the Power of Peace are very lucky to have generous donors like you all. And every year we're able to say what we're able to do with those dollars for our beneficiaries. But we never really had the ability to acknowledge the impact you all have had on us personally. Throughout the course of throwing together events and growing our organization, there have been some extremely rough patches. And while enduring those difficulties was, well, difficult, coming out on the other side made us stronger. The second part to that growth has been all of your own individual recommendations. By spending your time and telling us how to improve, you've not only made our event more perfect, but you've made all of us a little bit more perfectionist. Through every successive event, I've become more resilient, more compassionate, and more thoughtful, and I owe it all to you. Though I'll be leaving today as a member of the Power of Peace, I'll be back year after year to support along with all of you. Thank you for all of your time, and thank you for the well wishes.
What's the biggest moment in your life? Birth? Marriage? Death? Arguably mine comes down to POP. More importantly, the first event, where we walked in as children and walked out as members of society. Good evening all, my name is Meghna Kandarpa, and I'm a senior attending the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. I'm also one of the proud founders and members of the Power of Peace group. The question of the day, what did I learn in these 6 years? Allow me to share in a few thank yous. To my parents, thank you for instilling the ideas of service at the youngest age possible, and being some of the most selfless people I know. To all the parents in the group, thank you for teaching me the beauty of family and how it transcends the idea of bloodline, as I treat all of you as my own parents and you treat me as your own. To the audience, obviously, thank you for teaching the beauty of community. At the end of the day, we are just a few kids with this pretty big dream. But the beauty of it is that you all embraced us, looked past our age, and decided to help us try to help others. And finally, to my friends, the members of POP, honestly, just thank you for making me a better human being and walking out and having a support system that I didn't expect anywhere else. My final words, I guess, maybe today, maybe for forever. POP members, dare. Dare to do the impossible. Dare to fail. But most importantly, dare to stay true to yourself and advocate for what you believe in. At the end of the day, the change begins with us, not with tomorrow. And if we believe in what we stand for, truly what you see today is what will happen for the rest of the world. Thank you all.
I would like to welcome on stage our new members. However, one of them was not able to make it to this event, but they will for sure come. You'll for sure see them in the other event. So, starting with Vincent Kuchiburi. Asini Gunda. And Archita Mundrati, who wasn't able to make it.
Thank you all again for your continued support throughout the years and making Power of Peace a great of an organization as it is today. Now we would like to honor our chief guest, Ms. Dita Bhargava. Ms. Dita Bhargava is an Indian American from Greenwich, Connecticut, who ran this year for the Office of State Treasurer of Connecticut. Dita is a working parent who spent her life persevering through challenges. Raised by an immigrant mom, Dita persevered through economic hardship to make her way to McMaster University, a top institution in Canada, where she earned the respect of her colleagues by becoming one of only a handful of women to obtain a degree in electrical and computer engineering. Upon graduation, Dita pursued an interest in finance, where she enjoyed a distinguished career as a trader and hedge fund portfolio manager. Dita was a managing director who led a large portfolio of clients and posted superior returns on capital she managed. Motivated by personal and professional experiences and reaffirmed by the challenges as a working parent, Dita became a passionate advocate for economic and gender equality. She changed careers in 2015 to work on civic initiatives focused on gender equality, empowering undeserved communities, and promoting cultural awareness and inclusion. Dita co-founded the Parity Partnership of Connecticut, a nonpartisan organization dedicated to educating the public about gender inequality. Dita also serves as a board member of the Urban League of Southern Connecticut, an organization that helps residents improve their economic status, and is a founding board member of the India Cultural Center of Greenwich, a nonprofit that promotes culture and diversity in the Fairfield County. In 2016, she rappelled down a 22-story building in Stamford to support Shatterproof, a non-profit organization dedicated to raising awareness of the opioid crisis and ending the addiction epidemic. In January of 2017, Dita was unanimously elected Vice Chair of the Connecticut State Democratic Party. Dita has a personal appreciation for the challenges facing Connecticut families today. Her commitment to helping CT thrive drove her to run a tough primary campaign, and her impressive results were a testament to her hard work and perseverance. Dita received over 88,000 votes across Connecticut, the best results achieved by a non-endorsed statewide candidate. Her campaign will hopefully inspire other women and minorities to have the courage to step forward, embrace challenges, and run for office, and help shape the future of our communities. I would now like to invite Ms. Dita Bhargava onto stage.
Wow, I'm so inspired to be here. This is wonderful. You guys are, I'm hoping, our next members of Congress. Anybody here? I will help you run. This is amazing. So it is such an honor to be here with you all today. I want to thank Mr. Santosh Kundel for inviting me here today and for his leadership in Power of Peace. And I want to congratulate all the brave young leaders who have started and ran this wonderful organization. You're an inspiration to me, to all your parents, and to our communities, and to our heritage and culture. When I turned 7 years old, my birthday wish, when I went to the candles on my birthday cake, was for peace on earth. How many of you here were silly enough to wish for peace on earth on your 7th birthday? Very silly. And I did that for the next several years until I turned age 11, at which point I decided that wishing to marry Michael Jackson was much more reasonable, that I could somehow accomplish that in a faster rate. None of those happened during those 4 years, but there was a time that I thought that my years of wishing for a more peaceful world was maybe a waste, that humans were consumed by their self-serving needs and greed, that the world was often filled with pain and sorrow. But over time, as I traveled the world and met with various community leaders and volunteers, much like the kids here today, who had devoted their time, their efforts, and their compassion to helping others, I realized that humanity is comprised with so much more love than hate. And though there is suffering amongst people all around the world, peace and happiness exists even amongst the most vulnerable and poor. Growing up, I was incredibly fortunate to make many trips to India, and that significantly shaped my perspective on life. Seeing firsthand the struggles of people in one of the most impoverished countries in the world helped to form my understanding, first of all, how incredibly fortunate I was that I had access to good education and opportunity and fairness. It also flamed my calling to civic service and helping others. I also realized that I was incredibly fortunate to be given the opportunities that I had growing up in America. My mother had always told me that with a good education and hard work, there was nothing in life that I couldn't accomplish. She also reminded me every day not to forget my humble roots. So after graduating from engineering school, I moved on to a challenging career in finance. I persisted amongst a sea of mostly white men where I had to work twice as hard to prove myself. But giving up was never an option for me, and despite the often uncomfortable environment, I persevered, and I enjoyed a successful career as a trader and hedge fund portfolio manager for over 20 years. But I didn't take a single day of my success for granted. I always looked for ways to give back by volunteering for educational programs in local communities, sending donations to poor people in India, and then starting my own nonprofit organizations to help underserved communities and promote equality. It was through my nonprofit work that I realized that in order to complete my efforts and how much I could move the needle in those things that I was most passionate about, in those communities that I wanted to help out the most, that having a voice in policy would be important. So against all odds, I ran for the office of State Treasurer this past year. I was definitely the oddball out. There are not many people of color, Indian Americans, who hold government jobs in our country. I'm Indian, I'm a woman, and I'm not shy in challenging the status quo. That made me the oddball out. But that's exactly why I needed to run. Because we need more ideas, diversity, and representation in our political leadership. And through hard work and perseverance, I made it to the primary statewide election. I became the first Indian American ever on a primary ballot in the state of Connecticut. And though I didn't win the primary election, I received over 88,000 votes across the state, the most votes that any party non-endorsed candidate received on either ballot on either side of political parties. And more than both Attorney General non-endorsed candidates combined. Both men, by the way. Thank you. But the best outcome of running for office was that I inspired others to have the courage to run. In fact, the Latina woman running for lieutenant governor told me that she decided to run after seeing the courage that I showed by stepping forward. Many other women and men across the state have also reached out to tell me that they were encouraged and inspired by my efforts. So, if I can even inspire one of the wonderful young people we have here today to run for office one day, then all my efforts have been paid off. But we have an organization of how many? 25 people here? So I'm very hopeful that we have many leaders here today that would make great candidates for political office. I'm humbled to be here, proud of the work that you are doing, and incredibly hopeful that my childhood wishes of widespread peace and happiness is not just a dream, but sitting in the promising hands of all the inspiring young people today, here today. So, continue to work hard, persevere, and challenge yourself the way you have been. There's absolutely nothing that each one of you can't accomplish. And today I would like to pledge $500 to this wonderful organization. Thank you again for all of what you're doing and helping others and giving me the honor of being here today. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Once again, I'm Kumar Dash, one of the founders, original founders of Power of Peace. As this is my last year, I would like to announce that over the summer, one of the things that I did was tutoring kids, middle school kids, fellow high school students. But rather than making a profit off them, I collected $500 and I would like to donate that to this year's fundraising for Power of Peace. And so I would urge all of you to participate in the $1 a day program where we can sponsor a kid or $200 for a laptop. Thank you very much. Now we'll have enough.
Next up, we have the Udang Sitare. Music is the only thing in the world that can cross all borders, transcend all cultural differences, and bring souls together in most fulfilled way and shower the rain of happiness. The beauty of Kashmiri folk, when combined with the innocence and charm of these vibrant kids, takes us to an imaginary world of happiness and peace. Here comes Team Udang Sitare to dazzle you with their performance. The participants are Arav Cheva, Arushi Sharma, Dia Arvind, Isha Lal, Mani Pandey, Manya Pandey, Nikhil Tantri, Nisha Tantri, Om Sachdeva, Pihu Karke, Pranav Challa, Samar Kshatriya, Samiksha Maheshwaran, and Vidyut Shrikant. Let's welcome them.
फिर जरा जरा महकेगा खुशबू के मौसम आएंगे फिर जन्नत की गलियों में सब लोग ये नगमा गाएंगे रिंद पोशमा
now like to felicitate one of our gracious sponsors and who have been helping us from the beginning of POP in 2013, Mr. Madhu Reddy. Mr. Madhu Reddy came to the United States 33 years ago. Before becoming a realtor, as we all know of him today, he was a professor and a computer specialist at Eastern State University in Connecticut. He now works in Ellington at his own brokerage, Reddy Realty. He was in the Chairman's Elites Club and was also the #1 realtor when working at the Glastonbury Ravis office. He sponsors to many organizations like Aim for Seva, the Indian Music and Dance program at Wesleyan University, and an orphanage in his village, Mariguna. He is on the board of trustees for the Telugu Association of Connecticut and was once the treasurer for the Satyanarayana Temple. We thank Mr. Reddy for his continuing support, and especially his continuing support at our charity events throughout the course of these years. Always remember, he will stand on his head to provide you with expert service. Now we would like to invite Mr. Reddy to say a few words.
Namaste to everyone. Thank you for being here. I couldn't believe it's the 6th year, right? 6th year. It looks like it was just last year to me. Every time I come here, I get excited. I want to do something different. I always wanted to be part of the community that giving back to us. That's very important. That's very, very important. This nation became like this because not immigrants, because of their continuous support to their community, their volunteerism. Whereas most of us spend our time making money. I'm seeing the second generation of our children giving back to the communities, establishing institutions like a POP. That's really impresses me when our children do that. So I'm hoping our adults, our adult families, adults like us, give a role model for our community. I'm hoping that, I don't see many of us actively participating, even here, look at this, how many, it's like 100 people, it's not really that impressive. It doesn't even, for this type of events, our people don't come up right away. I don't know what it takes that I wish somebody does a survey, some kind of a DNA of our people, so it really bothers me when I go to the events, when I see that when money comes, we go in the back. Really, I see with my being a realtor, I see it all the time. So one thing I like to say to us is if anybody can emulate, anybody can do something, every year, some type of gesture to our community to see. We are everybody doing very well. Average household income of Indians is 100,000 to his house, both of them about 200,000. And imagine everyone does 1%, 2% of their gross income to charities. How much we can do it? See, we are proud of ourselves. Everybody says, my children does, I am a doctor, I am this, I am that. But as long as India's population is 50% in poverty, there is no proudness of us. Go and look at India, go and visit our Indian pop, but we look at this way, go other way. So that's not a good sign of us. So I am hoping that we take encouragement from the children. Hope all of us do a little better giving back to our community. And also last time I said the same thing. Best way to do is try to set up some kind of establish a foundation on your name. I know most of you have stocks and some brokerage accounts. Open a non-profit foundation in that brokerage. So every year you can contribute some money to that account. That's a tax deductible to you. So maybe when 20, 30 years, next 10 years, whenever that happens, you can contribute that money to some charities. Leave a legacy. So I want you to all think of leaving a legacy. What are you doing at the end? Swami Vivekananda said, what is the difference between you and the tree and the rocks? We all come, animals, they all come and go. We all come and go. So make a difference with your life. That's my message to you.
I'd now like to invite up on stage Mrs. Janet Mellon, the the Director of Community Services for the town of Southington to come up and say a few words.
It is an honor to be here. I want to tell you, a couple weeks ago, we reached out to the superintendent of Southington Schools and we said, we don't have a lot of food in our food pantry. We serve between 500,000 and 750,000 meals a year out of the Southington Community Services, which is a town agency. The group POP, which I had never heard of, responded immediately. They spent $1,000 and bought all the foods that were needed by the residents in Southington. I can't believe all that POP does. The Paul Newman Camp, Food Share, an orphanage. I have never been impressed with the group as much as I've been impressed with this group. I deal with a lot of school groups, I deal with a lot of community service groups, but this group, 25 students, have made such an impact on this world. I could never thank them enough for all they have done. What I need now is I need a group like POP out of community services. We could work miracles because obviously this group has. So thank you for all you've done. There's no way I could ever thank you enough. So I'm going to leave you with that. But this is an honor,
So this year, the Power of Peace organization is going to be expanding its horizons and adding Aim for Seva as one of their beneficiaries. Aim for Seva matches the primary focus of the Power of Peace group to serve underprivileged children in India. Today we have with us Dr. Niranjan Shankaran Narayan and Dr. Varalakshmi Niranjan, who are Aim for Seva Connecticut coordinators. Dr. Niranjan is a physician and nephrologist. Dr. Varalakshmi is a physician in the Hartford area and is known for their philanthropy. Now, Dr. Niranjan will talk about Aim for Seva for a few minutes. So please have a round of applause for Dr. Niranjan.
Thank you so much to the kids and the organizers. I'm really overwhelmed. This is such an inspiring bunch of students running an impressive organization. So kudos to the kids and give them a big round of applause. As they say, a small, uncommitted group of people can change the world, and this is really what it is. If you think about the problems of the world, strife, wars, it all boils down to one thing: poverty and lack of education. So your goals of trying to help our people come out of poverty and supporting them in whatever way you can, and also helping people with education opportunities is a real lofty one. That's something to be proud of. And as the coordinator of a national organization in Connecticut, All India Movement for Seva, Aim for Seva, I'm very happy that we're joining hands with this group of community people. I do see a lot of familiar faces in the audience who were at our event for Aim for Seva last week, Sunday at Hartford. We had our annual donor appreciation event. There were several kids from here who were part of the musical ensemble or volunteered or even spent time watching the show. It was a beautiful performance. As many of you may know, or some of you may not know, All India Movement of Seva is basically an organization that tries to promote education among tribal and rural communities in India. Kind of the same goals as POP, but run by adults as opposed to children. It is founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, a visionary. He was a renowned thinker, an expert in Vedanta, and also somebody who just cared for people. The organization was started in the year 2000 when a tribal woman asked him why there could not be some kind of a student hostels where tribal kids could stay and get their education at local schools. So that made him think. He opened the first free student home, or what they call a Chatralaya, near Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. And over the last 17 years, thanks to the generosity of donors across the world, Aim for Seva has a presence in 16 states across India, all the way from Uttaranchal in the north to Tamil Nadu in the south, Gujarat in the west to Odisha in the east. The Connecticut chapter itself works towards the upkeep and maintenance of 2 of these student homes. One of them is in Dharwad, Karnataka, northern Karnataka, and the other one is in Keonjhar in Odisha. So those 2 student homes are our responsibility. We take care of them. In addition, we also help support the other projects for Aim for Seva across the country. The children come from extremely poverty-prone areas of the country, tribal kids mainly. They come and spend time at the Free Student Home. That is their second home. They get food, clothing, and shelter there. And then they attend the local government schools. When they come back, they get other aspects of education that is not provided in government schools, like yoga, music, computer science, and basically, how teamwork and things like that are taught over there. So the idea is to bring out well-rounded kids from the tribal communities so that they can go back and inspire another bunch of people to grow like them. And this is how you get people out of poverty, you get people out of illiteracy. It's been a successful movement, and so far we've touched close to 20 million lives, directly or indirectly, because as you know, anytime there is one girl student who graduates, she supports the family, a boy student graduates, he supports the family, and then it's a ripple effect. So things go on like this. My only request to you is, people in the audience, most of us are from India. We grew up in the India of the 70s and 80s when our economy was in shackles. We did not have much in terms of facilities. The only thing that we had going for us was a good education that we all, tried to be good at. And that really got us a foot at the door in this country, in the United States. And most of us here in the audience are professionals doing well today. So if you want to think about giving back in some way to your community back in India, Aim for Seva is an excellent organization to partner with. You could look them up on the internet, www.aimforsevausa.org. 96 cents of every dollar donated goes to the cost. There's very few operating expenses because it's run predominantly by volunteers. And for $450 a year, you provide a boarding school-like atmosphere for a kid. The comparative price in the United States is $45,000. So for 1% of what you can pay in the United States for a kid to get a boarding school education per year, you could do that for one kid. You could donate whatever you want. You could donate any amount you want. We are a charitable organization and we take pride in that. And my humble request is next time you go to India, please go and visit a center, a free student home. You can always get in touch with me. Prem Nagavandi knows how to get in touch with me. My email is out there on the website for the Aim for Seva Connecticut chapter. Please send me an email. We will help you go visit one of these free student homes. And when you see how wonderful these kids are treated and how well they're taken care of, you would be our ambassadors to tell people about it. It's good work, and this is how goodness happens in the world. So thank you very much for considering Aim for Seva to be a partner for POP. We are very honored and humbled that this group of students can help us. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gautam Pharmati, and I'm a junior attending Glastonbury High School. The rest of us are we are the summer night team. So this year, we had our event on June 24th, and we would like to especially thank Baladam Temple for their help and support. And we would also like to thank Mr. Rajiv Desai for giving us the hall free. This year, we had the opportunity of engaging our audience with activities for the kids and the adults so that everyone could participate.
Hello everyone, my name is Shivani Arupalli and I'm a freshman attending South Windsor High School. During this event, we held many competitions in which kids all across our community came and participated and won amazing prizes. Some of these competitions include a Lego building competition, Rubik's Cube, chess, and public speaking. A special thanks to Mr. Nada Yelamanchili, who helped us with our chess tournament. This year, we got creative and created our own competitions and rules for this new event experience.
Hello everyone, my name is Arvind Thirumola and I'm an 8th grader attending Timothy Edwards Middle School. Some of the activities like chess and public speaking really highlighted our variety of competitions held during our summer event. For our chess competition, we organized a bracket system to have fair and fun games. Public speaking was both entertaining and informative as there were many different topics which kids spoke about. Overall, the summer event was a grand success as kids and their parents who participated and at the same time supported a noble cause. We effectively carried out and explained our message from the power of peace and what our mission is. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Yarabelli and I'm a sophomore attending Conard High School in West Hartford. In preparation, we as a team worked together to organize and host a fun and entertaining experience. During this process, we had to learn how to open up and talk to people to invite them to our event. Apart from this, we also encountered challenges in trying to bring people together. We realized how a good cause and perseverance can help accomplish our goals. All in all, we were able to raise over $1,800. We are grateful for your generosity. We look forward for your continuous support in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Summer Event Team, and with that, I would like to now invite on stage the boot camp team.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav Bachu. I'm currently a 10th grader attending South Windsor High School, and today we will be talking about the boot camp group. In 2018, the POP group held a boot camp. The main purpose and goal of this boot camp was for us to grow within ourselves and develop. The topics that we learned were goal settings, team building, how finance works in a nonprofit organization, and college readiness. The first topic is goal setting.
As we all know, setting goals is one of the most important aspects of being successful. And so that means that we must take goals at a young age and set long-term visions. Now this not only applies in our personal lives, but also for the Power of Peace group. As we reflect at the end of each year, our fundraising totals, what worked, what didn't work, and projecting what we hope to accomplish in the next year. And we see that this gives us a motivation and a drive to meet these goals. As you see this year, our main project is building new rooms at the Videography in Bangalore. And we've picked this up and studied specific goal setting techniques, and from almost you see anyone successful today, athletes, businessmen, but also the Power of Peace group. In our beginning years, we didn't have as much of a focus or as much of a drive, but over the years, we've been more successful. It's been correlated to our ability to project, reflect on the past, and set goals for our future.
Hi, my name is Akil Marasani, and I'm a 7th grade at Timothy Edwards Middle School in South Windsor. I will be presenting today how finance runs an NPO, which stands for Nonprofit Organization. In this session, we talked about different ways that money was donated. Some of these ways include checks, cash, online currencies, such as PayPal and Amazon Smile. Amazon Smile is just like a regular Amazon, except Amazon has been generous enough to give part of your purchase to a nonprofit organization of your choice. This helps us know what is happening with the money that is given to us as a donation.
Hello, my name is Arun Govindaram. I am a freshman currently attending University High School of Science and Engineering. At the POP boot camps, we have team building activities. The purpose of these team building activities is to make sure that we are comfortable with working together as a team while having fun. The importance of these team building activities is that we, as a nonprofit organization, want to help as many kids as possible. And to do that, we need to make sure we do everything efficiently and to the best possible outcome. One of the team building activities that we did was the human knot. In this activity, it tests your team building ability and problem solving skills. Another activity that we did was the snake. This activity tests your leadership skills, teamwork ability, and communication skills. It is because of these activities we were able to organize the event you are in now. And these are a few pictures of the SNAKE team building activity. Thank you.
The last topic that we spoke about was college readiness. This topic was mainly for the high schoolers since they are near to their college journey. We were fortunate enough to have a high school graduate talk about her experiences. As a sophomore in high school, I found this incredibly useful because it gave me a kind of insight for what to do later on. In addition to that, we had 2 parents of pop group seniors come and have a Q&A session with us on what to do for college, which is also incredibly helpful for us.
And so this year the Power of Peace held one boot camp, but we hope to hold multiple in the future. Some of the topics that we hope to cover are improving our communication skills and reaching out to more of us in the community. Along with that, team building, so as we saw a couple of examples, but that can always improve. A third topic is career exploration beyond college and seeing how we can use efforts such as Power of Peace and grow our organization beyond the scope with which it operates today. And lastly, we have community service. So Power of Peace participates in volunteering activities with local food share, Clinic and Children's Medical Center, but getting involved in more opportunities beyond the events that we host.
I just wanted to talk about the experience I had with our boot camp session. My favorite part was the finances in a NPO because I didn't know there were so many ways to donate to this cause, such as Amazon Smart. On that note, Pop is registered to Amazon Smart. I assume most of you have an Amazon account, so please choose Power of Peace as your organization of choice. After adding your items into your cart on Amazon, don't forget to go to smile.amazon.com. With every purchase, you can know that this is going towards a good cause. Thank you very much.
So I'd like to thank all of you for that. As you know, we're hoping to raise at least $30,000 this year with the main project of building rooms in the ashram. And so with that, I think we have a few more pledges from our own founders.
My name is Abhiram Bhamiripati and I'm here to pledge $500.
I'm Megan Kamarva and I'm going to match him on that.
I'm Nirmala and I'm also going to match on that.
And so now we're at $24,000, but I would urge any of you, if you would like to pledge at this moment, or you can go to the front desk and pledge there. But we sincerely urge all of you to continue. We're only 6,000 short, and we would love your support as much as possible. Thank you.
Moment to appreciate Mr. Ajit Villa, who sung beautifully and entertained us tonight.
Next up, we have the Sambhag School of Kathak Dance. Sambhag School of Kathak Dance is one of the leading forms of classical dance. It originated more than 2,000 years ago. This ancient Indian art form derived its name Kathak from Katha, the art of storytelling. Through an aesthetically exquisite and continually evolving style, the storytellers of the past combined dance, drama, and music to become the protagonists of modern Kathak dance. In ancient India, Kathak was performed in temples with the glory of God and performed a part of the daily ritual of worship. It passed through a period of renaissance and for some time became a central form of entertainment in the Mughal courts. As a result of the fusion of Indo-Mughal culture, Kathak emerges a new form of dance. The modern Kathak combines both the temple and court Kathak, thus balancing both the spiritual and physical aspects into unified dance. The participants are Tanvi Bhatt, Sachi Vallam, Kasri Srivastava, Nisha Ramchandani, Avantika Sengupta, Ananya Kumar, Anmol Chowdhury, and Anika Bhatnagar. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Deepa Arvananti has made handmade jewelry from scratch and sold them at various events. By doing so, she has earned a total of $900 this past 2 years and donating all of her proceedings to the POB group. We are very fortunate to have someone like Deepa Auntie supporting our cause, and I would now like to call her onto stage, please. Young girls selling some slime. One of them is Anvita, who is actually a sibling of our POB group, as well as Lizzie and Olivia, who have an Etsy shop, and they have made slime from scratch on their own, and they are also donating all of their proceedings to support our cause, which is truly great. So I would now like to call the three of them up onto stage as well.
Performing groups of Rajasthani folklore comes together with a deep passion for dance and enthusiasm. The result is nothing short of complete bliss and treat for us. Be ready to witness the one and only team Udan Kirne while they shine their way into a mind-blowing performance. On the stage, I would like to invite Ms. Deepa Arvind, Jisha Shrikant, Geraldine Arav Kisame, Mini Lal, Ruchik Kshatriya, Shipra Sept, and Vaishali Pankaj.
That was an awesome performance. Can we have another round of applause, everyone? I'd now like to call upon the stage Mrs. Ruchi Chatriya. She's been a great help for us this year by being okay with performing at our event this year. So we'd like to call her up and just felicitate her. So would Mrs. Ruchi Chatriya please come up? Also like to call up on stage Mrs. Rachna Agrawal.
As we conclude our event, we would like to thank you all for spending your evening with us, donating and supporting the Power of Pieces Group's annual event. Our event and organization would not have been possible with the support and contribution of each and every single one of you. We would especially like to thank the JFK Middle School and the town of Southington for kindly letting us use their facilities, as well as the custodian and the audio technician for supporting us relentlessly. We would also like to thank Mr. Karun, our videographer, for his support as well. Dinner will now be served in the cafeteria. Thank you very much for coming. See you all next year, and remember, we the Power of Peace are for the kids, by the kids.